Look, the Florida Gators are going to be a 1 seed. They just won the SEC championship. They're red hot, 30-4, champs of the toughest conference, maybe in basketball history. Florida, there's not much to say. They're kind of incredible. 1 through 5 will go over the Florida Gators. We'll go over some of their depth pieces, and we'll go over why they can certainly win a title in March. And they'll be one of the most trendy picks, the trendiest picks, most dangerous team in March right now, coming off that SEC championship, where they kind of steamrolled Alabama and Tennessee a little bit. First up, we got the main man, PG1, All-American, has an argument for the best player in college basketball, pro. Someone called him the Steph Curry of college basketball. I don't know if that's true, but he's insane. Walter Clayton Jr. He's averaging 17 points per game, 4 assists, shooting 38% from 3, 85% from the line. He's really turned up in this SEC championship, whether it be, step back threes, taking it to the cup, throwing that alley-oop, or just converting at the line. Even on the defensive side, he's gotten a few steals as well. He's a much improved defender, as Jay Billis noted the other day. Walter Clayton, there's just not much to say. He's a grinder. Florida kid who went to play under Patino and Iona. Not a bad coach, as we just saw, to play under at a mid-major level. But Walter Clayton is insane. He's one of the best players in the tournament, and he is a guy who can definitely hit some clutch shots in March. Next up, we got the 2-guard, the Florida Atlantic transfer, Elijah Martin. Look, he's got Final Four experience as one of the best players on a Final Four team. What do you want? I mean, I think he's either a 4th or a 5th-year guy. 5th-year guy, 4-year player, 3-year starter for Dusty May and Florida Atlantic. He's taken another step this year. He's averaging 15 points per game. Also really good defensively. Also can shoot the 3. Unlike Clayton, he's just an extreme athlete. Clayton's an incredible athlete too, but Elijah Martin's got some bounce. See him throwing down dunks, doing chin-ups on the rim. The vibes of this Florida team right now, despite, the off-court stuff they've had to go to, are just kind of immaculate. Like, they're just rolling right now. I don't think I've seen a team this season that's, when they catch fire, they can certainly destroy anyone, as seen with Auburn, Tennessee, all these incredible teams who they've just kind of boat raced. Next up, the 3rd guard who can go for 30 points on any given night. When you have 3 guys in your backcourt that can go for 30, that's a good sign. Will Richard, 4-year player, started at Belmont, 3-year starter for Todd Golden here. Also, an extremely athletic guy, really strong at 6'4", 205 pounds. He plays a really good complementary third option. He's averaging 13 a game, but can also go for 30. Yeah, that's a type of guy I want on my team. We'll mention this team's depth later, but they can go depth for depth with anyone in the country. Next up, we got a guy who does not start, but is still one of the most valuable players in the country. Look, if I were to tell you there is a Florida Gators player who is the 5th best player in the country, according to Evan Mia, you would probably say Walter Clayton, maybe Elijah Martin, but no, it is Thomas Haw coming off the bench. Look, him and Condon, who I'll talk about later, I kind of just wrote them off as softer bigs that just shoot threes. And while Haw can shoot the 3, shooting 35%, he's tough, man. He's great on the boards, really great defensively, just really a really tough guy um, who plays really hard. And yeah, fifth best player in the nation according to Evan Mia, and he's probably the fifth best player in my eyes on this Florida team, and he doesn't start. That's really saying something. Next up, we got the man in the middle. Not really a true five. It's kind of a stretch big. 6'11". Alex Condon. Look, he's been incredible this year. Now he's shooting 50%, 34 from behind the arc. But this man's toughness is also insane. Like, he boards up with the best of them. In the top class amongst SEC rebounders in a league that is extremely physical and has a lot of great bigs. Thinking like Janai Broom. Thinking, I know he's not great, but like Felix Okpara. Those type of guys. Grant Nelson, Cliff Murray. Look, Condon's incredible. He's their fourth or fifth option, and he's really good as their fourth or fifth option. He's averaging 11 and 8 on the season with 1.5 blocks per game in 25 minutes. This depth is also pretty outstanding. You got Ruben Chinyelu, a really strong big. Denzel Aberdeen, bigger guard. Klavskar, he's a Slovenian guard who comes off the bench for them. Hey, a prep freshman from Slovenia, pretty good. Then you got hand locked in the 7-1 guy who returned from his injury, burned a redshirt year just to win a national championship. This team is absolutely locked in. They even got a team manager named Bennett Anderson who was finishing lays over dudes the other day in the Alabama game. This team is just absolutely juiced to the gills. And like I said, SEC champs, number 2, Ken Palm, 30-4 record. As Todd Golden just said when asked what makes his team the most dangerous team to play in March, kind of just speaks for itself. I mean, if you watch them, although I'm not sold on them to win the national championship, hey, I definitely understand if you pick them.